Hi, within this lecture, we're going to see a new vulnerability called XSS, and it stands for cross-site scripting. Up until now, we have been working with this DVWA and metasploitable machine, and we're going to work with DVWA once again in this section, but this is a separate subject, and this is actually a little bit deeper and a little bit different than previous ones, so it deserves its own section. So I'm going to show you the XSS attacks on this DVWA once more. If you have missed the previous sections, I suggest you go back and come here, because we covered command execution, upload vulnerabilities, file inclusion vulnerabilities, and some other methods to hack into the web server. And you should know these attacks in order to understand website pen testing comprehensively, because now we're stepping into a completely different set of attacks. And as you can see, now I'm running metasploitable machine, and at the same time I'm running my Kali Linux on the same NAT network. So we did this within the previous section as well, but if you have missed, I'm just showing you the usual setup. And again, if you missed, please go back and watch the previous sections. So maybe you remember, if you type the metasploitable IP, you can click this DVWA here to get into this screen. And we're going to work with this XSS reflected and XSS stored later on, but right now I'm going to tell you what cross-site scripting really means. So up until now, we have worked with vulnerabilities that are run on the server side. What do I mean? We hacked into the server by running some command execution vulnerabilities, by some upload exploits, or some file inclusion vulnerabilities as well. But right now, we're not going to hack into the web server. We're just going to look for a way to inject some JavaScript code in the web server, and these JavaScript codes won't be run on the server side, but rather they will be run on the client side. And by client side, I mean the victim's browser. Okay? Maybe you remember from the beef section, if you inject a JavaScript code in a website, it will get run on victim's browser. So that we would have the chance, we would have the opportunity to run some JavaScript codes on victims. And we're going to search for vulnerabilities in order to inject a JavaScript codes to these vulnerable websites. So let's stop here, and within the next lecture we're going to see how to do that.